You are now listening to the Jay Porks Experience. Listen free on iTunes or at theandydareshow.com. Now, here's Jay.
Yeah, what is the word, people? Welcome to another action-packed edition of the Jay Porks Experience. I'm Jay Porks. With me, as always, on the other side of the glass, making sure this is a well-oiled podcast machine every single week, growing in popularity. He's the ever-popular Nobody. What goes on, folks? I'm coming to you a day late, and that is because of the Meat Puppets. We're going to get to that in a little while. Showtime last night, fun times, the Bowery Ballroom. If you haven't read about it, well, you're an asshole because you're my friend and you should have. If not, I'll share some with you. But I'm coming in hot this week because this is really bothering me. I just got back from work. Tuesday night is a big night for me at work. At Primo Pizza, it's pasta night. You buy one pasta, you get one free. Sounds like a plan. It actually sounds like I'm going to have a dining room full of poor people who want to tip $4. But I get regulars and nice people. So I got to work today at 4. I walk in. It's hot out. It's 90 degrees. So the AC is on. It's set to 68. Sounds good to me. Some tables enter the dining room. I start rocking and rolling. Start bringing out some food. Cavatelli shrimp and clam sauce over here. Little ravioli here. Little bow ties right there. Little manigot right there. Everybody's rocking. Little creamy balsamic on your salad. I got you right there. So I'm rocking. Then I notice I feel a bead of sweat dripping down this pretty little face of mine. And I'm thinking, but it's 68 degrees. Why am I sweating? Oh, maybe I'm working hard. So I start. So, wipe it off. But then I look around and I notice that a lot of people are hot. So I go over to the thermostat, and it is 81 degrees in the dining room. 81 degrees in the dining room of a restaurant in the summer. This isn't a California summer. This is a New York summer. It's gross. It is some of the most disgusting shit in the world. Now, 81 degrees would be awesome outside. If that's your temperature inside, it is really bad. It's really hot. So I'm sitting in a schwitz over here at Primo Pizza. Got some people wrapping up their food because they gotta go. They can't take the heat. Literally. So they're getting out of the kitchen. See that? It felt like the kitchen. When I first walked in, I went to the kitchen and I felt bad for them. Little did I know 2 hours later I would join them in the land of hell. So I'm walking around, I'm serving food, and a woman calls me over. She looks at me and she says, "Can you do me a favor? Can you guys turn the air on?" What? You thought we wanted it to be 81 degrees in the dining room in June on purpose? You thought that was a smart thing to... in what world? We don't serve cold food. It's not like we have ices or anything. There is nothing cold here besides salad. If you walk into the place and it's hot, chances are the AC is busted. And the AC is going to be busted in every restaurant over the summer because that's what happens to restaurants in the summertime. The AC gets busted because they use it a lot. Because the dining room is hot. Because the restaurant is hot. Because it's a pizzeria and a kitchen and a dining room and everything is hot. So they're gonna need to keep it cooler. So shit is gonna get hot. For you to pull me to the side and ask me, can we turn the heat on? Not can we turn the heat on. Can we turn the AC on? I just want to turn to you like, bitch, did you have a bowl of retardios this morning before you left the house? What goes on? What are you even thinking right now? That's the stupidest question I ever heard in the world. can you turn the heat on? It's broken. It wasn't like, like those April days when it's hot, but it's nice. So like if you could turn the AC on if you could afford it. This wasn't that. It's 90 degrees. If you walk into the dining room and it's hot, it's broken. Leave me alone. I'm schwitzing over here. You think I liked it? I mean, sweating doesn't hurt, but I mean, you think I like to do that? It's not like I'm working in shorts. I'm wearing black fucking clothes. And then that same woman, I brought them the check at the end of their meal, because that's usually what happens at the end of your meal. She looks at me like I just ran over her dog. You're not even going to offer us coffee? Coffee? You just cried that it was hot in here. I know. I'm still going to get some coffee. Do you have decaf? Yeah, sure I have decaf. Don't look at me like... Don't wonder why I'm looking at you like you're retarded. You asked me to turn the air up, and then you wanted coffee. You could have went home and made the coffee there in the confines of your air-conditioned house, but you didn't want to do that. And this isn't complaining about the weather, because it was hot out. I want it to be hot out in the summer. I don't want it to be hot in the dining room in the summer. At 8 o'clock, I was told that the guy who fixes the AC wasn't going to be able to make it till tomorrow. Yeah, we closed at 10. I knew he wasn't coming today. I knew that was happening. It's all good. Just for that lady, you're an idiot. And really. And now I don't feel bad. Now when I forgot your fries, I don't feel bad now. Now I'm gonna make sure that lady, because I know exactly who it is. Sometimes, as a waiter, sometimes you see so many people you don't recognize them. No, that's not me. I know who these people are, and I'm definitely gonna make their life a living hell. I had another table tell me, first of all I'm doing is explaining the air conditioning to somebody. So the lady goes, "Stop complaining. At least you're not dead." I don't know. I mean, really, I didn't know what to reply to that. Is it, yeah, I guess so. I guess I'm happy I'm not dead. Or is it, actually, I'd rather be dead. Quite frankly, it's riding the line. It's riding that thin blue line. Customers. I'm sorry. I hate them. They suck. They're such terrible fucking people. Let's talk about awesome people. Were you guys looking at my Instagram last night? Were you? Were you following me on Twitter? Were you? If you were, then you know that I was at the Bowery Ballroom last night to see none other than the Meat Puppets and Soul Asylum. That is a double bill worth your buck. Just frying hearts and minds. What I did was, instead of a bus to a ferry to a train, I got on the X17. That is the express bus that goes from Staten Island right from my house, right over there, right smack dab midtown, right to Manhattan. So it's perfect. So I got there, met up with my buddy Linda Kite, Troy Mice. Troy used to play guitar in the Meat Puppets in 1994. And actually, we were at the merch table, me, Troy, and this other dude who said that he was Dave's tech at the Nirvana Unplugged back in 1993. Whoa. I'm sitting around with some really cool folks here. So Troy and this guy talking about the Unplugged, and I'm just trying to stay silent and listen for everything I can say, I can repeat, and that was it. I'm at the end of it. That guy was Dave's tech. So that guy knows Dave Grohl. How cool is that? So I showed up hanging with Troy, Linda. You know what actually happened? I lost Troy. Early in the night, I lost Troy. I'm not sure if he went to the show. No, he was at the show. Maybe his girl. I don't know what happened. I lost Troy when I went inside. But I was bullshitting at the merch table. I was bullshitting at merch for about, I don't even know how long, until I heard the Meat Puppets warming up song one. And I was, oh shit. I was like, I gotta go. So I went in. So I go into the Bowery Ballroom. Upstairs is a little packed out. Okay. No problem. I took some pictures from upstairs. Then I went downstairs. Because what I had was, so usually you get the sticker and it either says photo or VIP. This one said all access. This was it's on the gram. My all access pass. So what I was thinking was, could I get on stage? Could I get on stage? Well, I didn't get a chance to try, and I'll tell you why. Oh Me started happening, so I thought I would take some video from like fourth, fifth. I'm like 4 or 5 heads back here. It's like after 8:30. We're like second, third song in. So Oh Me is happening. It's a prime spot. You know what I love about the Bowery Ballroom as compared to Mercury Lounge? Every time the Meat Puppets come around, they play the Mercury Lounge. And I don't have any personal beefs with the Mercury Lounge. It's a good venue. It's got good sound, and it's in a good spot. I get nothing personal against it, but motherfucker, turn some lights on. People have to see. And I don't mean the people in the crowd. I mean the people with cameras recording this to put on YouTube. People have to see. So I'm recording Oh Me. I'm enjoying the fact that I can see the band. So then they start playing Sam and I'm recording that. I feel a tap on my shoulder. Oh, man. I turn around, there's this guy with a mullet. It's not a mullet, but it's a mullet. This guy's got a mullet. He's got a security shirt on, that he looks like he bought at a thrift shop. He's like, listen, you need permission from the band, a signed waiver, and you need to pay a fee. I said, but I pointed to my all access pass. Like, no, there's a fee and a waiver needs to be signed. So I said, all right, sir, no problem. And I went upstairs and continued to roll film of what I was doing. I wasn't going to sit there and give that guy the it's 2015 speech, but it's 2015. I'm taking video. You're not stopping me. I work for the band. They don't care. If you make it a thing where they have to sign something, then they might start caring. Stop making this hard for me. And the whole night, I was outside before, because I'm at merch, and everybody's coming up to merch asking where is the stage. Because the way the Bowery Ballroom is, you go inside, you go downstairs, they lead you down these stairs, and then you pass a bar, and then you turn to the left, and you're at the merch table, and there's more stairs leading up, and you think that leads outside. It does lead outside, but it leads actually to where the main room is, the stage. So everybody, where's the stage? Where's the stage? I've never been here before. And I'm like, oh, this is a great venue. I'm like, this venue is awesome. The people who work here are great people. They don't bother you. And it's just, they got lights. And it's just good times. Good times had by all the time. I'm telling this to everybody, and then this guy taps me on the shoulder. I've been singing the Bowery Ballroom praises for years now. Don't ruin it for me, guy. And the way of the future isn't people signing waivers and paying fees. I'm not paying money to bootleg the show. That's why it's called bootlegging. I mean, I don't want to lay it out there in black and white, but It's called bootlegging because I'm not allowed to do it. All I want to do with my life, all I want to do is go see awesome bands and and fucking film that shit. That's all I want to do. When is anybody going to understand that? Wish somebody would just listen to me. Somebody give me that job. So, yeah. So I got old me and I was disrupted during Sam. It's like a 10-minute version of Up on the Sun. Interestingly enough, mid-set, the Meat Puppets are getting ready to get into Freddie Fender, Wasted Days and Wasted Nights. So Kurt says, should we have Gibby come on stage and sing it with us? Gibby, as in Gibby Haynes from the fucking Butthole Surfers, man. What? He's here? And he came on stage with his beer? And he was singing Freddie Fender. Which he didn't really know all the words to. Which I gotta say, Wasted Days and Wasted Nights is like the ultimate I can guess the words to this song. Why should I keep loving you? After all, you're untrue. It's mad easy. But that was cool. Gibby Haynes on stage with the Meat Puppets. And, I've got video for that. It's only concertconfessions.com, man. If you're not at concertconfessions.com for live music, news, and reviews for the fans, by the fans, I really don't know where you're getting your live music, news, and reviews from. I mean, I don't know where you're getting it. Covered a bunch of songs. They played Freddie Fender, Wasted Days, Wasted Nights. They played Till the Last Teardrop Falls. Is that Freddie Fender or is that George Jones? And then they played Seven Spanish Angels. That's like Willie Nelson, right? And then they played... They got into Backwater, which I don't think I heard last time. I don't think I heard Backwater on Halloween. I don't remember. No, I didn't hear Backwater on Yahoo. When I was streaming the show on Yahoo, I didn't get Backwater. I was like, what the heck, bro? And then Sloop John B into Lake of Fire. It's good when you make the conscious decision not to tape Lake of Fire, because then I can just rock to Sloop John B. I wanna go home. Good times. I mean, really. I'm sorry that I'm singing on the podcast today. I'm excited. You know what it is? Like Thursday and Friday and Saturday, I felt like fucking shit, man. Felt like complete and utter garbage. So today I'm like busted out of my shell, and I feel fucking great. Like last night was the first time I felt normal in a long, long time. When I was sitting there in the Bowery Ballroom, in the air-conditioned Bowery Ballroom, watching the Meat Puppets and Soul Asylum. Soul Asylum is fucking crazy. Now, each band is playing like 75 minutes. Soul Asylum closed the show at Bowery. Dude, every one of I know they have songs on soundtracks, but every one of their songs sounds like it could be on a soundtrack. That's how good of a songwriter Dave Pirner is. I mean, he doesn't not have a Grammy. He has one. There's a reason for that. But I mean, even the songs that I didn't know, or the couple of new tracks they were trying out, I was sitting back loving life. It was so good, sitting back rocking out to Soul Asylum. I've seen Soul Asylum 2 other times. And I've gotten Runaway Train recorded 2 other times. But I wanted to get one with good sound. The last 2 times, the first time was when I saw Soul Asylum with Fountains of Wayne and Evan Dando. That one, I think I was too up front, so the vocals didn't come out too good. Last time I saw Soul Asylum was at Summerland with Everclear Uh, what's that fucking band? Space Hog, Eve 6, and Soul Asylum, and I don't know, Irving Plaza. I guess the sound may not be 100% because I didn't like the vocals on that one either. So I decided I was gonna give it one more shot tonight. Last night, I was gonna rock out Runaway Train, and I did. Good song. Really, I mean, Soul Asylum plays bigger. Like, I was happy that the Meat Puppets were playing Bowery Ballroom and not Mercury Lounge, but I also wondered why they were playing a slightly bigger venue, because I think Mercury Lounge is like 200, 300 people, whereas Bowery Ballroom probably max out at 900 or 1,000. And that's definitely a fire hazard, but I know that that's what it'll be. Maybe it's 600. Even so. So they're playing the bigger, slightly bigger venues because it's like a halfway. They're meeting halfway basically. Solar Sun, they play really big, man. Somebody at merch said that's like because after Runaway Train, nature was calling me, so I ran to the bathroom and I had to run past merch. So I'm running up past merch, and somebody's like, "They are so loud." Like, yeah, it's a fucking rock and roll concert. What do you think it was? But yeah, no, they definitely are loud. They definitely play bigger than the Room. They definitely could open for any band doing an arena tour. Wouldn't be a problem for them. That was It was really such an awesome time. I would go into more detail about it, but you know what I want you to do? I want you to go to concertconfessions.com and read about it. Because I stayed up all fucking night doing that. And it frustrates me. When I get home at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, when I'm up till, I'm not kidding, not exaggerating, I was up till 7 o'clock in the morning. Was I having fun? Yeah. That's fun for me. It's fun for me to do that. Was I tired the next day? Yeah. So, I stayed up till 7. What you can do is you can spend 10 minutes clicking on my link to concertconfessions.com and click on that review there because I can use all the views I can get. You see, I'm not a clickbait website who's going to feed you a fake headline to try to get you to click it. I'm going to tell you that I need you to click it because I needed to click it. Do me that favor. I worked hard on that. Gibby fucking Haynes, baby. And I didn't actually personally meet Gibby Haynes, but I was outside after the show and everybody was congregating, and that guy is exactly like, think of his songs, and that's exactly who he is. He is that guy. He's that nuts. From the small, from the small sample portion I have of Gibby Haynes personally, that guy's a lunatic, and it's awesome. That guy's great. Like, if you would have told me that guy's the lead singer of, a band from our era. If the Meat Puppets would have told me that, you could have given me 5 minutes, I would have said, Butthole Surfers. Shit. Alright, we'll get to we got more music stuff back after this.
Hey everybody, this is Andy from the Andy Dare Show, just thanking you for checking out the Jay Porks Experience. If you want to learn more about Jay, follow him on Twitter at JayPorks. Follow him on Instagram at JayPorks. JayPorks.com for the podcast, articles, pictures, you name it. There's a running theme here. It's Jay Porks. So for 2015, if you want to support the Dare Podcast Network, all you got to do is go to theandydareshow.com and click on the Amazon banner, and you will be tipping your cap to the Jay Porks Experience and all the fine broadcasting here at Dare Network. Thanks for listening, and back to the Jay Porks Experience.
And we are back. I was just watching my video for Runaway Train. That is such a great fucking band, man. Also, I wanted to mention last night, the bus ninja that I am, that X17 express bus that I got out to the city, the last one heading back to Staten Island, 12:18, I got to the bus stop. 11:48. Bus ninja. Shit took me right to my house. And if there wasn't traffic on the BQE because of construction, because, they've been doing construction on the BQE since, I don't know, 1961, if that wasn't happening, I would have got home a lot quicker. But there's that. And like I said, you can get that at ConstantConfessions.com. Now, a couple of weeks ago, you can go even back a month. Go back a little more than a month. I would start telling you about soon, guys. Soon there's going to be more reviews. And there wasn't, but now there is. So if you're at Constant Confessions right now, here are your recent reviews. You have Me Puppet Soul Asylum at Bowery, New York City. Or if you don't like that, you can check out the Rolling Stones in Orlando. Or you can get Rob Zombie in the Midwest, Milwaukee and Indy. Or Tame Impala in St. Louis. You know what we call that right there? A functioning website. That's what we call that right there. And if you want to join our family, you just find me somehow and I will hook that up. I'll take care of that. Don't worry about it. There's probably a sign up button here on the website. Just let me know. I will take care of it. So, Boss Ninja, baby. Also, these pictures are just amazing. It's amazing what you can do with lights. All right. So every week, guys, you guys know that every single week, the headlines are powered by Antiquiet. You know that, right? Good. Good. Because here's what we got. On AQ, we got a review of High on Fire's new record, Luminiferous. Luminiferous. I never pronounce anything right. You can read that. Tears for Fears finally reached Tulsa. All I know about Tears for Fears is the dude Steven who went to the show had on Twitter or Facebook the other day that Tears for Fears were doing a version of Creep that Tom York could only dream of doing. I don't know. It was a funny line. Because they don't play Creep anymore. But Tears for Fears will. Radiohead won't play Creep, but Tears for Fears will. And the Toadies here. The Toadies have a beer. Box Slider. No, seriously. Box Slider. Toadies Texas Bach. The Toadies have a new studio album coming out on September 18th. Technically, don't get me wrong, we're excited. The setup is just equal parts weird and cool, much like the band itself. The album is called Heretics, and it's comprised of some entirely new songs, a never-before-recorded rarity, a new cover, and a bunch of classic songs completely reworked, deconstructed, and rearranged. It sounds like it leans acoustic, but we haven't heard it yet. Everything we know is below. In the meantime, we do have something to hold you over. Completely unbeknownst to the band. This is good. I have been meaning to share this outtake from the band's Antiquiet session Magic Bullet performed acoustically. The song is not on Heretics or anything. Heretics is probably won't sound like this. I've just been playing the hell out of the session master tapes over the past couple of months as a part of a big Toadies kick. And before I had a chance to drop it out of the clear blue sky, I got a package from the band with these details on the new album and some review copies of their beer, Box Slider. I don't know. Maybe they were meant to be souvenirs? But I chilled and drank them. My review, overall, what do you expect from a Hellerbach? Whether this is a true Heller or some kind of hybrid, I'm not sure. It's more bitter than, say, a Shiner, but by no means is it too hoppy. That's a relief. In microbrew landscape, At least here in California, where everything is just some variation of an IPA. Maybe you're an IPA loving McLovin, but there have got to be some options for the rest of us. It's a little thick, a little nutty. In a blind test, you might even mistake it for a stout. But the aftertaste is calm, and I would definitely order this out in Texas if I was a choice between Lone Star and domestic pilsners otherwise. At 5.6 alcohol volume, 2 will give you a buzz. If the band sent me more, I could tell you how many will get you hammered, but oh well. So we've got the track list here for the new album. This is awesome that they're reworking some songs, because now you're gonna get In the Belly of the Whale is a new song. Tyler is gonna be reworked. Beside You, Queen of Scars is a new song. Rattler's Revival is gonna be reworked. They're gonna cover Blondie's Heart of Glass. I'm gonna say that again. They're gonna cover Blondie's Heart of Glass. Possum Kingdom is getting reworked. The Appeal is getting reworked. Dollskin is getting reworked. Backslider is getting reworked. Jigsaw Girl and Send You to Heaven. And of course, the Toadies are on the Summerland tour through September. Then they will do De La Days Toadies in Fort Worth. Speaking of the Toadies at Summerland, right now, right this second, as I record, if you're listening, then it's a day later. The Toadies are at Irving Plaza right now at Summerland with Everclear, American Hi-Fi. Who's the other band? Is it Uncle Cracker? Now I have to look it up and check. Fuel. It's Everclear, Toadies, Fuel, and American Hi-Fi. I would have loved to go to that show, but had to work today. I can't say no to pasta night. It's my best night of the week. All right, what else do we have going on here? And I will be quite honest with you. When I was thinking about what I'm going to talk about on the podcast, all I did was I saw Toadies beer reviewed. So I clicked it and I put it to the side. I did not know that I was going to find out that the Toadies were going to rework a bunch of songs. That's awesome. Man. Refused. They've got a new album called Freedom, and Pandora is streaming it right now. You can go there and get it. And if you don't have Pandora, go back to 2006 and sign up for Pandora. You don't need an account to start listening. I was prompted. You will get prompted to create one. You could register for free. That's how they get you. What else is going on here? As I click things. Yeah, the Toadies. Toadies. That's what I said. Where am I? All right. Bowie. David Bowie is releasing early material for a box set. It's called 5 Years, 1969 to 73, and you can get this over at ChristinaRocks.com. David Bowie announced plans for his new series of box sets to celebrate his distinguished career. In the first in the series, 5 Years, 69 to 73, focuses on Bowie's early years and collects all of the material officially released by Bowie during that period. The set will be released as a 10-inch LP as a 10 LP 12 CD box and a 10 LP 13-piece vinyl set, and as a digital download on September 25th. Included in the set are full albums Space Odyssey, The Man Who Sold the World, Hunky Dory, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, Aladdin Sane, Pinups, a 2-disc compilation, Call One featuring non-album singles, A forward from Ray Davies of the Kinks. Good times to be had by all. You could stream Ride's entire set at the Best Kept Secret Festival in the Netherlands. You could also get that at Christina Rocks. All right, moving on here. I didn't think it was going to be this short of a podcast, but it is, unfortunately. Sorry. Things didn't happen. Listen, if more you got to tell more stuff to happen. My emails are empty again this week. Now, I need you guys to help me out. That's jporkspodcast@gmail.com. Again, jporkspodcast@gmail.com. You hit me up. Let me know what you want me to talk about. Or like I was talking to some cool folks outside the Bowery last night. If you guys want me to play some music, let me know. I'll play some songs. I don't care. Problem is, I gave those dudes business cards with jporks@yahoo.com on it, and it's Gmail. And oh boy, I hope they find the pod. Guys, please just comment on this. jporkspodcast@gmail. That's where you send it, and we'll get that email segment popping. I saw Chris after the show last night. I said, Chris, man, your podcast is fucking hilarious. He says to me, yeah, man, killing the bass, killing the podcasts. It's fucking great. It's like killing it. Damn right you are. Damn right. You can get that at Chris Kirkwood Podcast on Facebook and Kirkwood Pod on Twitter. All right, before I run away from you guys and go do drugs, I'm going to give you the list of websites you need to go to help keep me in business. First of all, there is ConcertConfessions.com. That's for all your live music, news, and reviews. For the fans, by the fans. Listen, whether you want to get Me Puppets, whether you want to get the Rolling Stones, whether you want to get Rob Zombie, whether you want to get Tame Impala. Either way, those are 4 bands that you've heard of, that I've heard of, that you should be reading about. They're all up at ConcertConfessions.com. Your source, the only place where you can get live music, news, and reviews for the fans, by the fans. And listen, when you're there, don't be afraid to click on an Amazon ad and buy me something. You know what I can use? Flash drives. I am out of space. I need memory. So, give me those. A GoFundMe account for 32 gigabyte flash drives. Because I come home from a show with 6 gigs of video on a memory card. Literally 6 gigs of video. Also, you can go to ChristinaRocks.com, hang the DJ, 89xradio.com every Sunday morning. I should be listening to her this Sunday because I'm going to work. 89xradio.com every Sunday morning is where you get the Time Warp. It's throwback or alternative. Throwback like it's Thursday, only it's on Sunday. That's Christina Rocks, no H, ChristinaRocks.com. Also, AndyDare.com is where headquarters is at. You could get Tyler Kale there. Get Andy Dare there. Get Spin Class there. You get me there. Jay Parks Experience. Sultry, smooth tones. Who doesn't want it? La, la, la. And of course, every week, folks, the headlines, they be powered by Any Quiet. Until next week, folks, I will give you some more Whiskey Weed and Warren Zevon. Late.
This has been the Jay Porks Experience. Thank you so much for listening.